Hi, I'm Tyra, CEO of Moms for Hire and Nanny Services, and I am here with 7 years experience as a nanny. I have my co-host here, Orion.
Hi, and I have about 9 years of experience with 2 kids.
Okay, so we are going to discuss potty training, and we're going to give you guys our perspective on potty training. I'm going to give it from a nanny's perspective, and Orion here is going to share it from a mother's perspective. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So, when is the right time to potty train? From my perspective as a nanny, I would say the right time is when a child is able to speak. So when a child is able to speak and say that they have to potty, or if they say I pottied in my diaper, to me that would be around the right time to start potty training. Also, I think when they can grasp and understand what potty training is, like being able to sit on the toilet and what they're actually doing when they're sitting on the toilet, or just the feeling or the urge of having to use the restroom. I would say that's when the right time is. What about you?
Well, I know for me in particular, it varied. Okay, so with my son, he started to show interest at 18 months, but he didn't end up being fully potty trained until he was 3. So he kind of, once we started working with him, he lost interest. So with him, it was kind of a slow process. My daughter showed interest around the same time and went with it. She didn't like being wet. So I think it really depends on the child. Is the best time to start potty training. When they start to show interest, go for it. You know, don't wait around thinking they're too young or it's not the right time. It's the right time if they want to hop on the toilet, or if they're kind of lingering around when you use the bathroom. They may be trying to grasp what's going on and they're maybe ready to start. So that's what I would think.
That's smart. Yes. I would definitely have to say that I agree with that. And see, effective ways to potty train. As a nanny and work with multiple different kids, each kid was different, as you stated. So with some kids, an effective way was using an iPad or a Kindle. So when they're sitting on that potty, have that in their hand or something, some game on there, some show or something of another, something to keep their interest to sit on the potty. Another tool that I used was books. Some kids I work with enjoyed reading books. So to them, having like a basket of books in the restroom when they're using it, and them just playing with the books, it kept their interest too. Especially when they're younger, like at 2, I would say get the books that has like where you can feel what the pattern is and different things, colorful books. That was another thing.
It'll keep their attention.
Yes, it definitely kept their attention. And then just any form of entertainment. I think that would be an effective tool to use while potty training.
Right.
What about you?
For me, it was different with both kids. Again, now this could be a girl boy thing. I don't know what it is, but every situation for me, both kids were way different. For my son, we would put his potty in front of the TV and let him just sit there and watch a show. And then we also gave him good reinforcement. So for him, he wanted M&Ms or apples.
Yep.
So we did M&Ms or apples. If you go potty, you get this. So he was excited about that, and it encouraged him to go. Especially with him having lost interest from the beginning. With my daughter, for her, it was just, I don't know, for her, it was pretty easy. We didn't have to do a method. She just knew she didn't like being wet. So for her, it was like, get this off of me. Just get the diaper off. You know what I mean? Yes. So for her, we would still give her reinforcement. We thought about doing stickers, but we're like, she's too young for stickers. So we just gave her a piece of candy, like a gummy or something that she could gnaw on, but that's pretty much it for her.
With my girls, speaking from a mom perspective, because I have 2 girls, but stickers work for them. We had a sticker chart in the bathroom. Anytime they'll go, they'll place a sticker, so it works.
Okay.
They love the little sticker method, so it worked for them.
But that's good to know, though, that even them being as young as they were, they appreciated the stickers, because I thought my child was too young.
No, they appreciate stickers to where they were always all over everything.
Really?
Yeah, they were on dressers. They love stickers.
Well,
so I think that's why I did the stickers was more because I knew that's what they love.
Right.
The stickers.
Right.
So that's why I use the stickers.
That's smart.
But yeah, it works for them. See, a reward system for potty training. Obviously, every child is different, like we were just discussing. My kids, when they were younger, they loved stickers. So as far as the reward system, treats like you were saying, but I would go with, because they are so young, sugar free. As a nanny, I did sugar free treats, whether it's sugar free gummy bears or lollipops,
or like cut grapes in half and feed them the grapes.
Because some kids do love fruits. Yep, fruits, different things like that. So I would do the sugar free treats. Stickers, like I said, my kids love stickers, so having a sticker chart was awesome for them. Other things that I've used is marbles. So depending on the child, if they grasp the understanding, you know, you put a marble in the bucket, and at the end of the week, you know, you get a big reward depending on how many marbles are in the bucket.
Okay.
So it's more of them being able to see, you know, oh, I can put a marble in the bucket, my bucket's filling up. Yay! At the end of the week, I'm gonna have this awesome adventure or item because I get so many marbles in a bucket. Okay. So for you, what was it?
For us, it was the apples and the first it was fruit, really. Like, that was positivity for my kids. They wanted something edible. It wasn't so much things they could play with or buying them things. They wanted something edible. So for us, we were just like, whether it was cut up grapes or apples, or for KL it was chocolate. So, you know, it's just, you give what kind of works for your child, but it did work. It definitely worked. Or cereal sometimes. Because with my son, in order to teach him how to pee like a boy, we would have him aim inside a Cheerio.
That's smart.
So, yeah, he loved cereal at the time. He loved Cheerios. So we're like, if you can aim for the Cheerio, then we'll give him Cheerios in hand. So, you know, eye for an eye.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that. Yeah. That's a good method. Yeah. Let's see. So when should you start getting rid of pull-ups? Let's see. As my experience as a nanny, that one is a tough one. I think that goes with the child, as you were saying. They always go with the child. But a couple of key facts that I did write down is, if you're at home all day, don't ever put a pull-up on them. I mean, let them wet themselves and feel it. Like, because with them feeling, like you were just saying, your daughter didn't like being wet. If they don't like being wet, with them feeling that is going to make them want to learn how to use a potty. They're going to want that off of them. Right. So definitely, if you're at home, don't use any pull-ups at all. Just leave the pull-ups off all day. Put underwear on them. I know some parents let their kids run around just naked, just a shirt on them or whatnot. Right. But I would definitely say when you're at home not to. Another thing is, if you are going in public, definitely keep the pull-up on them, but still reinforce to go on potty. So every 2 hours, even if you are out on a run, hey, let's go sit down on the potty for a second. Don't let them get used to that pull-up being on them all day. It's like, oh, I don't have to do potty today because I have my pull-up on. So definitely do that. I would say that get rid of them all entirely when a child can go all day without pottying at all. If they did not wet themselves all day, didn't wet the pull-up, definitely don't use them anymore at all. Just get rid of them all together. See, another thing is, if they go in a whole week without an accident at all, I would say eliminate them at night too, because I know some parents do that transition where they may not have them throughout the day, but then at night they still have them on. So if they're going a whole week and they were dry when they woke up and dry throughout the day, definitely just get rid of them. Because I feel like as a nanny, to me, my experience is when you're putting the pull-up back on them, it's setting them back. It's not taking them forward. They put that pull-up on to them, that's a diaper, and it's like, oh, I don't have to focus on the potty today. I'm just going to go with the pull-up. So what about you? That's
actually what we did. We used the pull-up as basically for outdoor use only, because when we were in the house, we wanted them to feel like they were wearing underwear. So we actually bought the tiniest underwear we could find. We didn't want to do the naked thing. That wasn't an option for us. We're like, we have carpet. That's gross. We don't want any accidents. So we didn't do that option. But we bought them underwear. And yes, they had accidents, but they felt it. And when they felt it, it was kind of like, ew. At first, when we first put them in pull-ups, we realized, like, okay, this is similar to a diaper. It's just they can take it off easier. You know what I mean? So that wasn't going to work very long. So it was either underwear or... You know what I mean? Like, you're going to feel it. We're not going back to pull-up. So, yeah.
Speaking from a mom perspective with my daughters, the same thing. They didn't like to be dirty at all. They didn't like their fingers dirty. They didn't like anything about them dirty. They were very finicky. So, leaving them in underwear all day and letting them feel it was their way of like, ew, get it off of me now. And they knew, okay, well, maybe I need to stop using a potty on myself because this is what it feels like.
Yeah, it feels gross.
Yes, so I would definitely say, I agree with you there.
Now, I have seen friends of mine where their kids were not bothered by being wet at all. What would you suggest for someone who maybe is dealing with that issue where the baby or the child is okay with being wet? Like, how do you...
That is a good question. So, I've actually worked with a family that the child was like that as well. And what I would say, just kind of reinforce, like once they do it, just kind of let them know, hey, no, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to sit on the potty, and then sit them on the potty for about 30 minutes, so they understand this is a no. You're supposed to sit on a potty, and this is what you're supposed to do. Because some kids, I don't think it's more of a doesn't bother thing. I think to them it's more of they don't see any wrong in it.
Okay.
Well, why is it wrong that I use the potty? You have to remember, children are going from diapers where they use it all the time, and they're feeling wetness on them all day, to now it's like, okay, well,
transition.
Yeah, it's, I'm feeling wetness, but it's the same thing I've been. Yeah. Okay. So it's more of them not understanding, okay, why is this wrong? So we kind of reinforce, this is wrong. You're not supposed to go in there. This is where you're supposed to go.
Oh, that's good. Okay. That's good advice. Very good advice. I'll have to pass that on, because I know there's some people that are dealing with that right now, and I tell them just keep working with it. Just keep working. Let them know.
You have to have patience too. You have to have patience when you're potty training. It takes patience, because kids feed off our energy.
Right.
So when we're agitated and we're aggravated to that, they're sitting there like, wait, what? Okay.
Exactly.
I just potty. Is it that serious that I just did that?
It's okay. Everybody calm down.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you have to have the patience to deal with it.
Right.
Well, our last question for today is potty training on the go. Whether you're on the road or you're out shopping, that is a lot of challenging things that parents have to deal with. I will say, when my girls were born, we didn't have all these useful tools that are here today.
I see that.
We did not have all these awesome tools that are here. So when it comes to on a road, the key things that I kind of wrote down is have a travel potty seat. We're gonna have a link in our bio where on Amazon they have these seats where you can put the seats on a public restroom, so your child is comfortable using it. You can get it in like a Sesame Street or a Dora Explorer seat, but have those seats so your child is still comfortable in public using the restroom. I know with my youngest daughter, her biggest thing was this is when they just started with those seats that flush on their own. And she did not want to go
want to be sucked
on those. She would hold it for dear life because she thought those seats was going to suck her into the universe.
Yep. I still have one like that.
Yes. So having those type of seats, we didn't have those when she was younger. But nowadays, I think that having those seats and putting those seats on there and kind of calming your child, like, hey, no, it's okay. Look, this is your seat. Like at home, just sit in your seat and it'll be okay. So I would say, get them seats and have them in the diaper bag or the book bag or whatever you carry around. So they actually come in little bags too. You can actually get them when they come in bags. But, carry it around in your bag or whatnot so you can put it on in public, because we're all afraid of germs anyway. I mean, as adults, we're going to squat.
And the little ones can't squat.
No, they can't. Not at all. So having those seats and putting them on the toilet will help when you're on the go. Right. Also, having a travel potty in the car. I know that's something you can speak on when you're going to speak, because you did that. Like, again, they didn't have those useful tools when my girls were younger, but they have the seats where you can put in your car. Your child can go in the car and, again, we're still training them how to use a potty while on the go. So those are one. And I would say always just reinforce. No matter what, no matter how long you're out, no matter how long you're on the road. I mean, even though my daughters are teenagers, we still stop every 2 hours, and we stop at rest stops if we're traveling. We don't stop at gas stations because those are by far the disgustingest bathrooms. So we stop at rest stops. Okay. And they're comfortable going, and they don't like going to the public restroom, but they're still comfortable with going. And then even as a nanny, if I'm out and I'm traveling with the kids, and obviously we're not on the road, we're just more of going to stores or running errands. Right. I'll make them use the restroom before we leave the house, and then if we're going to a mall or something, we'll go to the restroom again before we leave there. But I still reinforce the potty. Don't say, well, we're in the car for 5 or 6 hours, we're just going to leave them and pull up. No, just continue to reinforce that while you're on the go, and reward still too. So whatever their reward is, I know it's your babies, you said it's fruit, have that fruit in the car, so when they do go, you're able to give them the fruit and just still reward them, so that they're still understanding the reinforcement in potty training.
Right. Well, mine's is similar with yours too. Well, we do have the potty seats first. We have the travel potty. That was a must-have for us. We do like to travel, and we didn't want to have to stop. I'm one of those people, I get in the car and I'm ready to go.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. Like, I just want to get there. So for us, it made sense. Get a potty and have her go. Then the minute she said, I need a potty, we're like, okay, whip that joker out and get her on the seat. Yes. And it's easy. Yes. I mean, it comes with these little baggies, or you buy separately sometimes. The little baggies, you just sit them in there, they go potty, wipe them,
Clean it up
and go. You know what I mean? Like it's why not? It's a no-brainer. Everybody should have one, right?
Yes.
But for us, that's what we did. Now for my son, we did not have one for him, and honestly, I didn't know about it. I just didn't know about it. My daughter's 5, so it's been a lot has developed since then, obviously.
Yeah.
In the area of potty training. But I do know from you saying it now, I need to go and buy one of the portable potty seats to put on the...
Yes.
Because right now we're layering. I'm talking about layering the toilet like you would not believe, wasting so much toilet paper. But listen, I'm not putting my child behind on those seats. So we layer and layer. Even my daughter, she knows. She sits and she grabs onto me. She leans forward and she holds me. Like she won't touch anything. She knows. She's freaked out by touching anything. I'm like, yep, you hold mommy. That's how we do it. So I do need to get a portable seat, but I'm like,
yes, they have.
So I do need to get one. So that's brilliant, and
Yeah.
it's the constant reinforcing.
Yes.
And my daughter's clearly potty trained, but I still, you still want to make sure they know, like, good job for telling me. Because some kids will still, even at 5, 6, they'll still hold it until they have to go to the last minute. And you might not be in a place where they can stop. And then what? They go.
Yeah.
They just go because they're like, I can't hold it.
Yeah,
I could have told you 2 hours before where they needed to go.
Yes.
But they don't say anything. So having that portable potty there or having reinforcement, like, thank you for telling me you had to go. And then, some kind of reinforcement. Even though we do like you do. Everybody goes to the restroom before we leave.
Yes.
And then when we're about to leave our destination, everybody goes to the bathroom.
Yes.
I don't need to go. I know you hear that too.
Oh, I do.
I don't need to go. I already
yes.
Okay, go try again.
Yes.
Go try again.
I would say that with the whole holding it don't get any better with age. Because as my teenagers, they still hold it. They're like, I'm gonna go right now. And I'm like, but we were just
how long have you known you how to use it?
Where you could go. So it doesn't get better with age. I think
Okay.
everybody just holds it and don't want to go. And I don't know. Kids just were going to miss out on life or something.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Well, now we know, right?
Yeah, so that's what it is. So, so yes, that's all the questions we have for now. I'll let Ori close us out for tonight.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you watching our channel. And if you would, comment below. We would love to see what you have to say about our show today. And we would also love if you would go to our Facebook page. Like us. Come on, guys, like us on Facebook.
We will have the links in the bio to our Facebook page. We'll also have a link to our website, our momsforhirenannyservices.com. Also, we'll have the links for the potty training, the porta potty, or travel potty, should I say, in the travel potty seat. So we'll have those links in there as well in our bio. And as she said, definitely like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. And as always, you guys be blessed. Remember, the days are long, but the years are short. So love on those babies as much as you can.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.